Hi guys, welcome back to the Running Master. I've just finished a great run, so stay tuned and I'll tell you about it. In today's video I'm going to be going for a run which is going to be a complete mystery to me, and I'll explain how we're going to do it. Now I've got a little running pouch with me today which is quite old. It's quite small actually, it may not look small, but it's quite old, quite small. You won't get a phone in here anymore, but I'm bringing it out with me today to serve a particular purpose. In it I've got 12 folded up bits of paper with landmarks which are not specific to the area that I live in. You generally find them in most towns in the UK. You can adjust these to your needs, but I've got 12 of them in here, and what I'm going to do is pick one out and run to that location. Once I've got there, I'll choose a new one and then run to that location. So I've got 12 of them. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. If I did about half a mile for each one, it's going to end up being about 6 miles, but it is ridiculously hot today. It's about 22 degrees, quite hot for a run. So I'll explain why I'm going to do this, why I'm doing a run in this way. So let's get on with it. I'm going to pick one out and then we'll see where we end up. And the first place we're running to is a petrol station. So I'm on the first bit of the run to the petrol station. Should probably explain a few rules of this game before I go up to the petrol station. So the first one is that obviously I've written out the landmarks. I know that I can go and find them. I know my local area pretty well, but the order in which we do them is going to be completely random. I'll come back to that. But the first rule is that we're going to have to go to the first one that I think of. So when I pick out a landmark, if there's multiple versions, multiple options, I have to pick the first one. Again, apologies for the road noise. I obviously run along dual carriageways and roads just like you guys probably do. So unfortunately it's something you've got to put up with. The second rule is that if I'm going in this direction now, if I pick out the next one, I can't go back the same way I've just come. I've got to keep on going in the same direction until I can make a turn. So I can't just go backwards. Makes it a bit more interesting. So those are the first two rules. So once I get to the petrol station, I'll explain a little bit more about this run. I'm coming up on the first landmark now, which is our petrol station. And that's the first one done. So I'm going to stop the watch here and take a little rest and take a picture here just to prove I'm here. Here we are, one petrol station. So that's me done with the first one. Okay, so that one was a little bit further than I wanted to go. It's actually 1.2 miles in the end. So we'll see how we get on with the next one. So here it comes. So I'm going to do this one-handed. Okay, I've now got to go and find a pub with an animal in its name. Okay, so I think I know a couple of those. So off we go. Now I've realised that this next landmark is actually a bit further than I wanted to go to. There's only 2 pubs, I think, with animals in their name, and unfortunately I found myself right in the middle of both of them. So it's a bit further, but it gives me an opportunity to tell you a bit about why I'm choosing to do this today. So first of all, it was because I wanted to have an easy run. Just checking the roads. I want to have an easy run today, and the reason for that is that during the week I've done a half marathon, and tomorrow I'll probably want to do another hard session. So I want to make sure this is an easy run. And I think with an easy run, sometimes you have a habit of going out a bit too fast, especially if it's a route that you already know, because you know roughly what time you can do for that route, and you know you want to try and compete against it if you like to try and improve your times. So that's why I want to come for an easy run. Slow down for the traffic. Okay. Now, what I could have done today to go out for an easy run is just go for a bit of a ramble, choose some random roads, deciding where I want to go. But you may have heard the term bimble, which runners often use for when they're just kind of having a bit of a plod around, no particular agenda or route that they want to go on. And that's what I could have done today, but I just thought I'd make it a bit more interesting, just to see where I end up, make it a bit of a mystery tour. So, as I said, I wanted to go for an easy run. And why are easy runs important? Well, sometimes if you're training to try and get faster, quite often you want to go for a run and you're going to try and push yourself. But running when you're pushing yourself, no matter what your ability, is going to hurt. So when you look at your training diary, if you have one, or your training schedule, you might end up coming to a point where you think, actually, I don't want to do this today. It's going to hurt. It hurt yesterday. It hurt 2 days ago. I don't want to do it again. So the easy run's important because it takes the pressure off. So I've got a bit further now to go to my next landmark. We'll catch up then. Okay, next location found. So that's the second one done, and that was quite some distance. I've now done, let me just check my watch, I've now done a total of 3 miles just for 2 locations, so a lot further than I thought this was going to be. But we'll keep going. That's the beauty of this, is that we can just keep going until we've had enough. So time to fish the next one out, and we've got, again doing this one-handed, a fish and chip shop. Now I know that where I am is one just over the road, but the rules of the game are that I have to carry on in the way that I've just been coming, so I'm going to have to continue down that way. So hopefully there'll be one not too far down the road. Again, apologies for the traffic noise. I'll have a chat in a minute. So I found the third place, just over my shoulder there, one fish and chip shop. So that's just over 3.5 miles done now. So that one wasn't too bad, only half a mile for that next landmark. So we'll pick the next one and see where we end up. I need to go and find a post box. I've got no idea where a post box is. Wish me luck. So while I'm off looking for a post box, just a quick mention on how fast I'm going. I'm probably doing about 30 to 40% slower than I would go on a normal run. So really easy. That's why I can still talk to you. Every now and again I have to catch my breath, but generally this is a conversation pace. If you were going out with somebody, you could probably have a good chat while you were running along with them. That's the idea of an easy run. And I've come into a more quiet residential area, and that's where I figured a post box would be. And would you believe it? There is one. And that was only about half a mile, maybe even only quarter of a mile of running, so I think I've had a bit of a result there. So I'm going to head over to the post box, pick the next one out. Okay, now you're going to think this is rigged. I need to find a public footpath sign. And I actually just clocked as we got to the post box a public footpath sign. So I'm going to take that one already. That's another one off the list. Okay, let's do another one instead then. Okay, we now have the police or fire station. I've made it to the police station and I've now done 5¼ miles, heading on for nearly an hour now in terms of running. So I think I'm pretty much done, especially in this heat, which is ridiculous. It's been really enjoyable though. I'm going to try and knock off a couple more before I call it a day for today. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's given you some idea of what an easy run is like, why it's important to break up your hard running with some easy runs and making sure that you keep your runs enjoyable. I absolutely love doing that. I found it a lot of fun. The time and the distance really ticked away without me even really thinking about it, because I was focusing on where I was going and trying to find those landmarks. So hope that's given you some ideas. You don't have to use the same landmarks that I did. You can choose some that are relevant to yours, be specific about where you want to go rather than generic if you really want to, and mix up your running. Don't go on the same routes all the time because they get boring, and it gives you some idea of where else you might be able to go in your local area. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, follow me on Instagram @TheRunningMaster. Get interactive, and I'll see you for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.